Hello and welcome to the Stabila eCampus. Stabila is the specialist for reliable and user-friendly measuring tools of the highest quality and precision for professional use. Today, my colleague Michael Haag and I present our latest generation of electronic spirit levels, the TEC 196 DL series, and with magnets, TEC 196 MDL. Michael, electronic or digital levels have been more and more popular among professional users during the last years. We see that also in our sales figures. So why should every craftsman have at least one digital level?
There is really a very simple answer. Because electronic levels make leveling and plumbing or measuring slopes immensely easier, making the work faster and more efficient in the end. Thanks to the vials, I have still a complete normal spirit level, but in addition, however, an electronic measuring module is built in here that shows me the exact inclination of the spirit level via the two particularly large and high contrast LCD displays.
So I don't have to look at the vial. I can read off the measured value quite easily from the displays, up to the decimal place.
Exactly, 1 or 2 decimal places, just as you like. You can select this here with the Sense button.
So I am used to measuring slopes in degrees, but some craftsmen, they want percentage or millimeter per meter. So how about that?
That's absolutely no problem. You can select all this via the Mode button here at the bottom. In addition, you can also select inches per feet, decimal, or as a fraction. You can just see it here. We have degrees. Now we have percentage, millimeter per meter, inch per feet in decimal, or in fraction over here.
What I like here so much is the illumination of the two displays. So I can work also in darker surroundings.
Yeah. You can switch that on and off with this button here at the top, and this is indeed a great advantage of electronic spirit levels because you sometimes work in darker surroundings, and this naturally makes your work much easier. By the way, you can even adjust the brightness in 2 steps, and the setting remains saved after switching the product on and off.
Can you show us?
Yeah, sure. So if we switch off, for example, the illumination here, we now have these 2 steps of illumination which I can choose.
Doesn't that consume a lot of battery power? So I can imagine some viewers may fear that they have to change the batteries quite often.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about that. So the 2 AA batteries supplied ensure a very long operating time with illumination up to 80 hours, and without illumination even up to 400 hours.
400 hours, that is very long. Okay. And we see we have 2 displays. A lot of manufacturers of digital levels, they only use 1 display. So why do we have 2?
So we deliberately use 2 displays. It's a little bit more expensive for sure, but it's also much more convenient to use. I can read directly from the front or from above.
Or below when I measure in reverse position.
Yes.
Can we show?
Sure.
Okay. So the display also turns to you?
Completely automatically.
Magic.
Definitely.
Nice. Another useful function is the acoustic guidance. Can you show us?
Of course. So that's the button here on the left of the display at the top. The acoustic guidance in 2 adjustable volumes help me to quickly align components without having to look at the spirit level or the display. The pitch indicates whether I need to readjust to the left or the right, and the sound speed indicates how close I am to the target value in the end. When I hear a continuous tone, I have reached the desired measuring position.
Of course, we want to hear that.
That's absolutely no problem. So I switch on the acoustic guidance. You can hear the beep. And if I now go closer, it's getting quicker. Oh, I flipped over, and now I have the permanent tone.
Okay, very nice feature, very practical. I can work hands-free, place the spirit level on a piece of furniture or a component I want to align, and with the magnetic version attach it to a steel beam, then work hands-free.
Yeah, exactly. With this button, with this tone button, you can also switch on and off the key sound.
So if this disturbs me, I just switch it off.
Yeah,
perfect. Then please explain the other three functions.
So we here at the bottom have this key stand or the key button. This is the key lock function. You can use it if you want to lock the keyboard and protect it from accidental operation. With the hold function just beside it here, I save a measured value. The value is then permanently shown in the display until it is cancelled by pressing the hold button again.
And then we have the ref key.
Yes, and this is the reference angle function. If, for example, you have a certain inclination that you need for several components, you can save this inclination. This also sets the acoustic guidance exactly to that value, so you can be guided by the tone to that value.
Super, very nice. Of course, that's a lot of useful functions that a conventional spirit level doesn't offer.
Yeah.
And yet, some people might have concerns about the electronics. Construction sites are usually very robust with water, dust, dirt, vibrations. Tools have to withstand a lot. Won't a digital tool like that break right away?
The question is justified, but I can really reassure everyone. Our Tech 19060L is made for extreme challenges. The predecessor series was already protected against water and dust according to protection class IP65. With Ultra Protect, we are now raising the protection in our latest models to an even higher level.
And what does that exactly mean?
Ultra Protect means IP67 protection. For the latest model generation, this means that you can even temporarily submerge the level underwater, for example, to clean it. In addition to that, we have further increased the ease of cleaning by using a non-sensitive membrane keypad instead of individual keys. And on top of that, thanks to the new cow-free technology, no calibration of the electronic is necessary even after drops or temperature fluctuations.
Oh, then you really don't have to worry about the electronics.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. The practical thing I can also measure in the normal analog way.
For sure. It's really a high quality analog spirit level here.
That means we have a very robust aluminium profile with reinforcing ribs and completely milled flat to measuring surfaces here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Perfect.
And on top of that, we have also installed our Stabila quality vials, as at all of our levels, that are permanently cast into the profile. That is our locked vial system. Faults do not affect in the end the measuring system and thus the precision.
And it can easily happen that you drop your spirit level. If you would like to learn more about our locked vial technology and our Stabila quality vials, I recommend our 2 spirit level basic videos, which we have linked in the description of this video here.
And by the way, Holger, we have also installed our shock absorbing end caps here at the end as further protection in addition to the locked vials. A special mix of materials protects the profile in the event of impact.
Nice. But the end caps can do even more.
That's right. So we have integrated slip stoppers at one side of these end caps to ensure that the spirit level sits firmly when marking out, even on slippery surfaces.
And you can take the end caps off. Why is that?
Yeah, also a very good question. If I remove the end cap, I have the possibility to place the profile exactly in a corner to really mark more easily, because I can really mark until the corner. I would also like to mention the handle over here. These handle opening on the longer models are for a secure grip when working and for an optimal handling.
A real all-rounder. What length variants are available?
So there are really many versions in our portfolio. We have at the Tech 19060L the length in 23, 40, 61, 81, 100, 122 and 183 centimeters.
Okay.
And at the magnetic version, Tech 196 MDL, we have the length of 61 and 183 centimeters.
That's really a lot. Up to now, we started with our digital levels at a length of 40 centimeters. Now we have a 23 centimeter short version.
Yes.
And this is this model.
Yeah.
I think it's very cute.
Yeah, indeed it is. And to achieve this super compact design, we have dispended the vials here for sure. So this version is 100% digital.
And super practical because it's so compact.
Yeah.
You can measure in very confined spaces or align very short components with that. I really love that. So let's take a closer look at the magnetic versions you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Here at the bottom, you can see the built-in magnets.
Exactly, and these magnets are extra strong rare earth magnets that have really a particularly high holding force.
Yeah, that's interesting because if you look at cheap magnetic levels you can find on the market, and if you often attach these to steel beams, you can often see that they slip down after a certain time by themselves under their own weight.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they have so weak magnets.
Exactly, but that is definitely not the case with ours. They're really holding on bomb-proof.
Okay. Then I have my hands free to align and adjust the components.
That's how it is, exactly. Everywhere where I have metallic surfaces, be it in metal construction, locksmith work, formwork construction, pre-wall installation, or drywall construction.
And many, many other trades. Our electronic spiral levels, whether magnetic or non-magnetic, are actually useful for almost every trade. Whether for kitchen installation, carpentry and joinery work, stair construction, all other interior finishing trades, building construction, civil engineering, gardening and landscaping, and on and on and on.
Yeah.
Everywhere where I either want to ensure that components are installed 100% horizontally or vertically, or where I want to create exact slopes.
And our electronic spirit levels are not only ideally suited for construction work itself, but also for checking work carried out and for final acceptance by architects or the building owners.
Let's conclude with the scope of delivery.
For sure. I just grab one here. So the TEC 196DL comes in a cardboard sales box. Inside, for sure, you find the electronic spirit level and a practical bag for protection and transport. Also the two AA batteries for sure, as well as the quick start, warranty information and safety instructions. The detailed operating instructions can be downloaded from stabila.com.
Wonderful. Michael, as always, it was a great pleasure for me.
Also for me, Holger.
And I hope for you, our viewers, too. You want to do your measuring work as easily and reliably as possible? Then I definitely recommend our latest generation of electronic spirit levels. Be it the TEC 196DL or the magnetic version TEC 196MDL. I am convinced that I am not promising you too much. You will not regret the purchase and will never want to give this practical tool away ever again. On our Stabila official YouTube channel, you will find more interesting videos on the topic of measuring tools under the playlist eCampus. Why don't you take a look? Thank you and good luck in everything you tackle.